space between these two page block sections. Okay. So if you are not able to make it, we can put a title into the sections as well. Let me further break it into title. Call it basic information, and the other section title I can give it contact information. See, so one page block, under that two sections got created, right? These sections are by default collapsible, but in case you don't want them to be collapsible, you can do so by saying collapsible equals false. So a page block section has this attribute called collapsible. So the moment you say collapsible equals false, it becomes a normal section. So now there is no collapsible button. Fine. So your choice. I mean, whether you want to keep it collapsible or not. So now you understand how easy it is to do programming in Salesforce. As I told you yesterday, that it's going to be very easy. It's going to be fun. I think now you realize how simple things are, right? You don't have to get into complex things. You do not have to do too many things. Even you don't have to type the complete code, right? So it has that IntelliSense. It keeps on suggesting you the moment you're typing. So you don't have to know the spellings correct. Yeah, definitely the things that you are typing, for that you need the correct spellings, but the tags and all, you don't need to remember the entire stuff, right? And if you see, just by putting a few lines of code, we have not done anything. Just by using a few Visualforce codes, we have made it look quite professional also, The styling of the page that is being done, it is being done very easily. In case anyone has done a bit of designing on HTML, they would know that styling is a big challenge. Typing the text is not that much of a challenge, but the background styling, how things will look in the background and all, on the borders and all those things, that becomes a bit of challenge, because that takes a bit of time, and then we need to think on what sort of color combinations and all those things. So that is a bit of a challenge. But with Salesforce, that is not a challenge at all. You have default styling coming in with the tags. Okay, and this is something which matches the Salesforce actual style. So it makes it look very professional. Otherwise, just imagine if I had made it dark red, would have looked a little weird. But now the styling automatically is taken from your Salesforce theme. So that makes things easier. Okay. So now the only thing that we have to focus on, we don't have to focus on the styling part. The only thing that we have to focus on is what data I want to bring here and the way I want to display the data, right? So like if I want to have two sections for my information, or if I just want to have one page block with all the 5 fields, that is the thing that you have to decide, whether you want it to be collapsible or you don't want people to collapse the section. So these are the things that you will need to think and work on. Okay, so let me go and create another page. Okay. So there is one approach that we just saw, that putting the basic information by into the page blocks and all, and we are specifically mentioning the name, type, industry, the fields that we want to see. In case you want to see all the information of a record, okay, all the fields of a record, then you don't have to mention the fields one by one. You can simply use a tag called apex detail. This apex detail will display all details of the record for which you supply the ID. So let's take the ID and put the ID here. Question of ID. See, I have not given anything. I just gave a tag called apex detail, and by default, and I have to supply the ID. So by default it shows all the details of that particular record on the page, correct? So this is how this tag can be used. So sometimes when we feel that okay fine, we want to display most of the details or the entire details of a record on the page, we can use this thing, the apex detail tag. Okay. Now what you notice here is this detail tag shows the details of this record, Burlington Textile, because I've supplied the ID for this record, so it shows the details of that record on this page. Okay, so in addition to the details of this record, it also shows us the related list. What is the related list? List of the child records or list of related records. We call it a related list in Salesforce. We call this related list. List of child records, like list of contacts, list of opportunities under this account, list of cases under this account, right? So that is the related list. In case in your detail tag you don't want to see the related list, you just want to see the details of the account, but you don't want to see these related lists, then you should have set related list equals to false. Apex detail show the detail, but related list equals false. So this will remove the related list from your page. Okay, so let me again go and create a page block. This page block, and use a title called detail view. And inside the detail view, put a page block section. So a page block section always has to be a child of a page block. Fine. All these things which you see, page block button, page block section, page block table, in everything which starts with a page block has to be a child of page block, means has to be within page block. So you cannot straight away create a page block section. You first have to create a page block.